Guarantee he joins us now to talk more about this. Wilbur Ross, who's been on the set with.
And they run short, and now it appears in isolated cases like Stockton, they want to look to the bond market to take the majority of the loss.
And you don't want to take the hit.
Well, not take the hit, but understand the relationship we have with municipalities. You know, people look at it as credit insurance, but quite honestly, our product is very different. So first and foremost, unlike most insurance, the buyer of the insurance gets a benefit day one. In other words, we save them financing costs from the first day that they issue a bond. Where if you have a life policy, auto policy, unless you have a claim, you're not going to get any benefit. In our case, you get benefit day one. Number two, you already are investment grade when we decide to insure you. So it's not really a credit issue. It's really about getting you access to the market and providing liquidity on those securities when they're in the market so they can trade.
Right.
That allows you more access, more opportunity. So we're really kind of a door opener. We act as their partner and share the savings on the financing cost. To now turn around, based on fiscal mismanagement, to say, oh, you've got to shoulder the majority of the burden. And in Stockton's case, they're trying to push most of the concessions to the bondholders. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Why did you insure them in the first place?
Well, at the time they were investment grade, they came as we can get access to the market. It saved them, when you think about what the implied return costs are for money into the pension plan, about $100 million. We saved them another $1 million on the actual interest rate. That's why we did this.
Tell me what this case means, and maybe Wilbur can speak.
Those issues that have some sort of a dedicated revenue source backing it up. So revenue bonds, special facilities, general obligations with an unlimited tax-back authority. Obviously, in Stockton's case, you know, this is a general fund, so it's an unsecured obligation. So it does make it unique. The one thing I'd like to do, though, is to mention the issue here. So this is not happening in every location. We have in Assured 11,000 unique municipal risks. We actually have potential, as we evaluate credit risk, to pay a claim on 11 of them. And we're currently paying claims on 3 of them out of 11,000. So by and large, municipalities act responsibly. They do what they need to do relative to balancing the budget because they don't want to be identified as a city that was mismanaged.
In most states, what is on the books? And most sounds like a great business for them, but how many states have
roughly about a third that prohibit a municipality from going bankrupt. You have another number of states, probably another third, that restrict the individual municipalities' ability to go bankrupt without going through a state-set procedure.
So cutting the pensions that are already guaranteed, that would be before, that would be a law that you could get around.
That says they're guaranteed to pay the obligation of the pension, but it doesn't specify the amount. So you really have to break it down. California is unique. And then when you go for bankruptcy, you're now into the federal law. And there was a ruling by a Judge Klein last week that said the federal law will trump the state law and therefore make that clause open as